Imagine waking up one day and realizing you've been living someone else's life. The way you think, the way you act, it's all shaped by forces outside your control. But what if I told you that buried deep inside, there's a version of you that's been suppressed waiting to emerge? That's exactly what Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in psychology, believed. He argued that most people aren't living as their true selves, but as versions shaped by society, family, and expectations. And until we understand our true personality, we'll always feel a sense of disconnect, like something is missing. So in this video, we're diving deep into Jung's revolutionary insights on personality, exploring the 4 fundamental personality types he identified, the battle between introversion and extroversion. Why do we suppress parts of ourselves to fit in? And most importantly, how to break free and become who you were meant to be. Let me tell you a quick story. There was once an artist named Daniel. As a kid, he loved painting. He would spend hours lost in colors, creating entire worlds on canvas. But his parents told him art wasn't practical. Society convinced him that success meant stability, not creativity. So Daniel became an accountant. It was safe, it was logical, but every day he felt hollow, like a part of him had been locked away. Jung would call this psychic fragmentation, when we suppress our true selves to conform. One day, after years of ignoring his passion, Daniel picked up a brush again. And for the first time in a long time, he felt alive. This is what we'll uncover today, the hidden parts of yourself that might be waiting to resurface. Jung believed that people perceive the world in 4 fundamental ways. 1. Thinkers, logic-driven, analytical, and objective. 2. Feelers, emotion-driven, valuing harmony and relationships. 3. Sensors, focused on the present, grounded in reality. 4. Intuitives, future-oriented, seeing patterns and possibilities. Each of us has a dominant function, the one we naturally rely on. But here's the catch: society often values certain types over others. In corporate jobs, thinkers thrive, but feelers may struggle. In creative fields, intuitives shine, but sensors might feel lost. The problem? We're often conditioned to suppress our true type. Schools, workplaces, and families push us in certain directions, leaving us feeling disconnected from ourselves. Now, Jung also introduced the idea of introversion and extroversion, but it's not just about being shy or outgoing. Introverts direct their energy inward, they recharge through reflection, deep thinking, and solitude. Extroverts direct their energy outward, they gain energy from social interaction and external stimulation. But here's where it gets interesting. Every personality type exists on a spectrum. You're not 100% introverted or extroverted. In fact, many people are ambiverts, balancing both sides. The key is to understand your natural tendency and work with it instead of against it. Jung believed that most people live inauthentically because we're conditioned from birth. Parents, teachers, and culture dictate who we should be, often without realizing it. A child who is naturally introspective might be forced to be more social. A child who is highly intuitive might be told to focus on the real world. Over time, this conditioning creates a false self, leading to frustration, anxiety, and even depression. Because deep inside, a part of us knows we are not being who we truly are. So how do we fix this? Jung believed that true growth comes from integrating all parts of our personality. He called this the individuation process, a journey of self-discovery where we 1. Identify our dominant function. Are you more of a thinker, feeler, sensor, or intuitive? 2. Acknowledge our suppressed side. What aspects of your personality have you ignored? 3. Balance the two. Growth happens when we develop our weaker traits while staying true to our core self. For example, if you're highly logical but struggle with emotions, practice expressing feelings more. If you're deeply emotional but avoid structure, introduce more discipline into your life. Balance is the key to becoming a whole, integrated person. One of Jung's most fascinating ideas is the shadow self. This is the part of you that contains everything you suppress: anger, fear, insecurity, even hidden talents. Most people deny their shadow, pretending it doesn't exist. But Jung argued that true self-acceptance comes from integrating the shadow, not running from it. This means acknowledging your flaws instead of pretending they don't exist, owning your suppressed strengths instead of hiding them out of fear, confronting your fears instead of letting them control you. By embracing your shadow, you unlock your full potential. So, what does this all mean for you? It means that your personality is not a fixed box, it's a dynamic process of discovery. You are not just who society told you to be. You are a combination of strengths, weaknesses, and untapped potential waiting to be explored. The question is, will you take the journey to find your true self? Because at the end of the day, the greatest tragedy isn't failing at something. It's never knowing who you really were in the first place. Now, if this video made you think, hit that like button. It helps more than you know. And if you want more deep dives into psychology, philosophy, and self-discovery, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. And hey, drop a comment below. What's one part of your personality you feel like you've been suppressing? Let's talk about it. Until next time, keep questioning, keep growing, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.